this isn't going to turn out to be some sort of standoff. I'm wondering if they have any information that these people were armed in any way. I'm going to get a little bit wider shot right now just in case he has to stop and we won't be able to see it. But right now, that the car definitely coming apart. Yep. Just, yeah. And, he's just grinding it down and grinding it down. Hopefully start getting to the point where, he'll lose something important, very important, like an oil pan. Start losing that oil, that engine will come to a stop, or possibly the vehicle starting to overheat, getting pushed so hard. But right now you can see this car still rolling around here. Three tires, that's it. That front wheel is actually probably hindering that driving, if anything else. I can't imagine that he has any kind of solid maneuverability as this continues on. Southbound 5 freeway. And at speeds, like you said, I was shocked. I was actually just, I was doing the camera there. I was shocked when you said the speed. I looked up and I was like, oh my God, this guy is really going 70 miles an hour. There we go. The rim totally gone now, completely gone. So now he's rolling on 3 wheels. And that might have given that actually might have given him a little bit more maneuverability, but it's not going to give him any stopping power, and it's definitely not going to give him any kind of ability to make a sharp turn, as in getting off the freeway. California Highway Patrol joining in again right there, and it's a lot more smoke coming out of it, probably because he's trying to brake. I'm going to get Jeff to get us away from the sound wall as we're making our way off the freeway there. Probably the best bet, but I'm really wondering what is he going to do when he gets to the bottom of the freeway. He's not going to have any kind of braking power, and I'm wondering if this car is going to even continue afterwards. Right on his tail, yeah. This would be the time to do the pit maneuver if they could do it. And it looks like we're just going to be getting back onto the freeway. This is, I'm speechless. I'm completely speechless. Bizarre, and it just gets stranger and stranger. That car continues to move along. The freeway seems to be kind of open, like maybe they did some sort of traffic break. They could do a pit maneuver at high speeds. I've seen the LAPD do it at 50 miles an hour one time on a freeway that did roll over the vehicle, but maybe that's part of their plan, is maybe they can clear out the freeway, maybe they can make their way over there and then basically be a little bit more aggressive. This vehicle continues to go 70, 80 miles an hour. It is definitely on 3 wheels. That the car is definitely grinding every now and then. It's just the chassis just bottoming out whenever they hit a bump or anything. The wobbling is what worries me, because I just don't want to see them lose control and hit other folks just driving to work this morning. Yep. It could be that rear bumper definitely hanging off the back there. Probably not too much of a problem, but I'm wondering the stuff that's coming out from the front, the rim coming apart, those pieces might have taken out the rear passenger as well, the rear passenger tire. Let's be clear with that. But this car continuing, this driver just keeps on pushing it. Look at the freeway though. Look at the freeway. That's not morning traffic for sure. I'm sure. They have basically moved some of or did a traffic break. You have some cars out there right now, but California Highway Patrol, they're getting up very, very close to it. Hopefully they'll be able to do some sort of pit maneuver, bring this thing to an end. I have a feeling that if this car does spin around, even though it is a big BMW and you can clearly see rolling around on 3 wheels, grinding that chassis down, it's still going. Maybe that kind of spinning it around will stall the motor and it may not restart. But right now, 2 people in that car, as we understand it, and this pursuit continues. Thank goodness nobody's been hurt, but it is not over. I'll try. Jeff, can we get to the other side? All right, I hear you. Can we just go to like Fullerton? All right. Well, whatever we're getting close to. Yes. A lot of smoke coming out of that car and a lot of parts still flying out of the front of it. You know, once that wheel was gone, you're basically down to the sorry, you're down to the hub, and you got pieces flying off, and it's like it just hit that other car right there. I'm sure a lot of that stuff is not plastic. I'm sure that is a lot of pieces of metal. That's going to be a lot of that hub. A lot of the steering is going to be down there as well, and it's all just grinding and starting to fall off the car. This is going to basically help bring. Oh, see, this is a reason why I didn't want to get over here, because if we did get off the freeway, we might not be able to see it because of the sound wall. But right now, he's still continuing on. This is going to be one of those spots. I mean, we've seen it in the past. He's basically just makes his way through, but okay. All right, staying on the road, not getting on the freeway, that's a big plus. I was surprised as well. This is this older BMW. These are great cars. We've seen them in a lot of movies. There's a reason why a lot of diplomats were picking these vehicles back in the day, and this is probably one of the reasons why. But right now, this car is in the wrong hands, doing the wrong things, and law enforcement just wants to bring it to a stop before he collides with somebody, creating injury to somebody else. Wrong side of the road, rowing the wrong way, going the wrong way. Oh, my goodness. Oh, jeez. It's amazing that this thing is just keeping on going. Right now, we're getting back onto another freeway. This would be a spot, of course, behind the trees would be a spot where they could be able to do that pit maneuver. But he definitely, that driver knows. That driver somehow knew. He started really speeding up as he made his way back onto the freeway out here. Now we're on the 91. I also have to put it out there that Skyfox is running out of fuel, and I don't want to say that, but it is what it is, and we're going to stay with it as long as we can. If we keep heading this direction, we're going to be getting this closer to some other airports, but right now, though, you can definitely see this vehicle coming apart, that front wheel being held on by pieces, and you know, that's a part of it too. If that comes apart at these speeds on the freeway and a big chunk of that comes off, that could hurt some people as well. There goes the rear bumper. Yep, there goes the rear bumper. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine. Yeah. Yeah, drive it till the wheels fall off. This guy is taking that to the actual literal meaning. Right now, it looks like we're getting back off onto an off-ramp, more parts of the car coming off there. That front wheel, I'm surprised the rim is still there. I thought it had fallen off. It's just basically sideways about halfway, but at least up to the hub right now. Still continuing on, this vehicle just, and every time it hits those bumps, yeah. Yep, he's got his foot in it, and he's got 3 wheels, and he is definitely going to drive this thing till all the wheels fall off. There, yeah, yep. You just got to kind of wonder what California Highway Patrol. I mean, these guys want to bring this thing to an end. More pieces coming apart. At least he's off to the side, and if it happens over here, it'll just go off the roadway. But when he's out there in traffic, and that starts happening like that, that rim coming off at 80 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, that could be a real problem for anybody that might be nearby. Continuing on there, some of those big rigs passing him. It looks like, I wonder if the car just keeps pulling off to the right. I mean, it just because he's missing all those parts. Yeah, definitely. There we go. And pit him. Do it. I'm sorry. He almost had that opportunity right there, but even at those speeds, they want to bring this thing to an end, but they have to be safe, and they have to keep the safety of the officers in mind and the suspect. I can't clarify that enough. These officers are, they are thinking about the safety of that lunatic behind the wheel. And right now, it's swerving around. Yep. That that is true, especially with now we're back in traffic. But it looks like, let's see if he's going to try to use that off ramp. But it's definitely in the emergency lane. I'm wondering if he slides off the roadway, that might disable the vehicle in a way where, if he gets stuck in the dirt, maybe he just can't go. But right now, still continuing on and making his way. Looks like we're going to. I'm just getting a little bit farther ahead to see if we have an off ramp. Yeah, see if he uses that off ramp once again. I don't know. Jeff, they're asking for when we really have to leave. Okay, we have another solid 10 as long as we stay around long. This car just falling apart, and this is actually the good side of the car, as it would be. The other side is the one that really has all the damage on it. Continuing on, this is I have to poke a little fun at it every now, trying to get away. He's not going to get away. But right now, if something was in front of him and he had to brake hard, I find it hard to believe that vehicle could stop in a timely manner. And that's really what I'm concerned about. And I'm sure a lot of the law enforcement watching as well are thinking that same thing. 91 freeway, you can see it right there. Speeds 50 miles an hour. The rest of the vehicle is probably going about 30. This one clearly disabled and still getting very, very close to a lot of these other cars. I'm surprised the blinker still works on that BMW. Look at that. Jesus. They're right there. They're right there. Yeah. Yeah, they're right there. The lights and sirens are definitely going to be helping the situation. You can see the California Highway Patrol, they have the advantage right now. That officer is slowing down every now and then speeding up when needed, when safe. That's probably the better way to say it, when safe. More parts of that rim just flying off and probably hitting a lot of these other vehicles right there. Again, people at home might be like, oh, you got a chip in your paint, big deal. I like my car. I don't want to have any chips in my paint. And, and this guy just kind of just flying through there. More and more parts just keep flying off of the car as he's passing all these vehicles. Is something to watch for sure. And California Highway Patrol, I'm sure they're thinking almost the same thing. Maybe they're just hoping that, look at all that stuff coming off of it. So, yeah, definitely. I'm sure that's what we're seeing is parts of that rim. I thought that whole rim had come off earlier on, but it was still there. And it looks like here we go. It maybe the car is starting to give up. There's the rest of the bumper. It looks like he's trying to push his way through, and it's continuing on. Let's see what what law enforcement. You see, law enforcement, they have to follow the rules. They have to be safe. What happened? Oh no. I thought maybe he hit that bar there on the truck. This would be the time, right? Yep. Yes. Oh! And those maneuvers, they look so easy and so simple when we watch them, but they're not. These guys are highly trained. They have to do it right at the right moment. And they have to stay safe. But you can see that they're aggressively trying when the opportunity appears. That driver, that CHP officer, definitely going to get a gold star when he gets back to base today, for at least for effort, trying and keeping up with him. If he gets off the freeway, I think that CHP officer is going to be very aggressive and try to do that pit maneuver. I think we were there a while ago. We passed that point. That's the point of no return. This BMW keeps on driving. It's amazing that the other tires are holding on. That front one, don't know how he lost it, but at least he did. And again, California Highway Patrol right on his tail right there. had to slow down probably because of some safety issues. Oh, he hit a cone. He hit a cone. So that definitely means that there is some construction coming up. I'm wondering if the emergency lane might be closed out here. If it is, that might create some more problems for that driver. But right now, I'm kind of hoping he just gets off the freeway. The CHP can do that pit maneuver, and everybody can go home happy. Here we go again. He might be able to do that. See, as long as he's around those other vehicles, they're not going to be able to do it because they don't want that vehicle spinning out into somebody else's car or property. So right now, continuing on, 63 miles an hour, older BMW 7 Series on that emergency lane, California Highway Patrol right behind him. Look at all that smoke coming out the bottom. He has got to be bottomed out. He has got to be bottomed out. All that heat being created. There's got to be some oil. I'm surprised something hasn't caught fire as already underneath that car. He did open up the sunroof, but a lot more smoke coming out of the bottom of the car. Hopefully that thing is going to, maybe he's starting to get smoke inside the car. That could be as well because of all, something's definitely changing right there. Something is definitely changing. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Okay. And doors open. Is he really going to try to run? Oh, so what's CHP doing? Okay. Jesus, guys. 2 people inside. We were asked by law enforcement to keep an eye on the passenger. So we're going to keep an eye on this guy right there the best we can while the California Highway Patrol is, if I can keep an eye on both of them, I definitely will. But they usually separate there. Got on the other side of the freeway. Jeff, we need to get over to the we're moving Skyfox the best we can. We'll keep an eye on him. To get away. I hope they don't try to carjack anybody. That's kind of what I'm worried about right there. You know, there he goes. That's the driver. I don't know what happened to the other guy. Yeah. He is definitely trying to get somebody, which is, they're both right there. They're both right there. And there we go. Oh, there's law enforcement. Hello. Yeah. It looks like he has some sort of injury to his hand. Looks like he hurt his hand somehow. Yeah, definitely. Whew! That was a chase. Definitely. I'm just going a little bit wider. I wanted to see where the car was, but my pilot has been stretching it here in Skyfox. We needed fuel at 8 o'clock, so we are definitely on our reserves. We got both of them in custody. The dog didn't get to play, but got them both in custody. Nobody seriously hurt. That's huge as well. But what a pursuit this morning! Wow. Yeah. Yes. Yep, we got to go. We got to go. Thank you, guys. Ugh.